Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leigh Fuge, and in this video today we're going to be talking about this really cool guitar in my hands here. This is the V6H SVB from Vintage. This is part of their 25th anniversary line. To celebrate 25 years of making guitars, Vintage have brought out 3 really cool super limited edition guitars. There are only 100 of each of these 3 guitars available, and each one is going to have its own video on the channel. So the one I'm holding right now is the V6H. The SVB in the title stands for Silverburst. All of the 3 guitars are Silverburst finished. The other 2 you can see behind me over there leaning on the amplifier. So like I said, these are super limited edition, 100 only of each one, and they're out now. So if you want one, you've got to act fast. Each one retails at between £400 and £450 in the UK, depending on which model you're going for. So let's start with the V6H that I have here. This is made with an American alder body, so it's pretty heavy. It's not the heaviest S-type guitar in the world, but it's got a good weight to it. It definitely feels pretty robust, and it's full thickness, so there's nothing surprising there. It's pretty solid feeling. You can see it's got this lovely silver burst finish there in the close-up cam. Looks fantastic. The silver burst to black all on the edges. That's also replicated on the back of the guitar. We've got all the usual comfort cuts as we'd expect, and we've got this cool little cutaway here on the neck heel. So obviously when you're playing at the top of the neck, the corner of the heel is not going to get in the way. It's perfectly sized for your hand to get right up at the top end. 3 pickups as you'd expect to see on this kind of guitar. We've got a humbucker in the bridge and 2 singles. The humbucker is very cleverly disguised by being a zebra coil, so at first glance it almost looks like 3 singles. We've got 3 controls. We've got volume, which obviously is the master volume for the whole guitar, and we've got a pair of tone controls. Now this is pretty interesting. The middle tone control actually controls the neck and the middle pickup. Typically the middle tone control only controls the neck pickup on these type of guitars, but there's a reason for that. So this one here controls the neck and middle, like I said, and the bottom tone control controls the bridge pickup. So that means we have a dedicated tone control for our humbucker, but this knob here is also a coil split. So the bridge pickup, which is a humbucker, can also be split to a single coil for the more traditional style sounds from this type of guitar. And as expected, we've got a 5-way switch. The switch feels great. It's quite stiff, which is nice. It's got a good clicky feeling, so obviously you know when you're locked into your position. My only criticism with the electronics on this guitar is that the potentiometers feel a little bit stiff. Now, when I use a S-type guitar, I like to quickly hit that volume control, because obviously we know single coil pickups can get quite noisy. But this feels like it's got a little bit of resistance. I'm not sure if it's just this particular model, but if that was a big deal, you could always replace the pot with a faster pot. That would be a very, very cheap upgrade to do. Got a maple neck, no skunk stripe on the back, and a rosewood fretboard with 22 frets. I'm not sure what the fret size is because it doesn't actually say the specs on the website yet. The fretboard, I believe, I don't know this for a fact because there's no specs on the website, but I think it's a 9.5 inch radius. It doesn't feel flat enough to be a 12, and it doesn't feel round enough to be a 7.25, so I'm going to take a stab and say it's a 9.5. I may be wrong though, someone correct me if I am wrong please. And this neck is pretty thick as well, which I really like. It's got that kind of 50s vibe to it. Don't know if it's going to show up too well on the camera, but the neck is pretty sizable. It's a good handful. If you like a thick neck on a guitar, this has definitely got it. I like that extra kind of feeling of having a really big neck there. I think it just adds to the playing experience for me, but many players prefer a slimmer neck. The fretwork on this is great. There's no sharp edges, all the frets are nicely leveled, and we've got this Graphtec new bone nut at the top. I've never played a vintage guitar that's had any problems with the frets. They're always fantastic. No sharp edges, like I said. And we've also got a set of these Wilkinson vintage style easy lock tuners. They don't have the locking mechanism on the back, they actually lock on the top of the tuner. There's like a second hole that you thread the string through. So all in all, it's pretty well spec'd out for the price. You get a lot of high-end features on a guitar that costs, you know, less than £450. Okay, so let's get some tones. So I'm going through the Blackstar Studio 10 6R6 that you see behind me there. The amp is mic'd through the Lewitt Audio LCT 440. So let's get some tones out of this thing. I'm going to start on the bridge pickup, but I'm going to start in humbucker mode, and then we'll split the coils. So now let's split that, so we've got a single coil in the bridge position. So we'll go now to position 2, which is the bridge and the middle position. So I'm actually still in single coil mode at the moment. Now I'm going to engage the humbucker again, so we're still in position 2, but now we've got the humbucker paired with the middle pickup. Now on to position 3, which is just the middle pickup. Position 4 now, which is the middle and the neck pickup. Finally, just the neck single coil on its own. So plenty of really nice sparkly clean tones there. Technically we've got 7 different switching options. We've got a 5-way switch, but in positions 1 and 2 I can have a humbucker or a single coil. So 7 different tones on offer there. Each one actually sounds really good. There's a lot of nice combinations with these Wilkinson pickups. So now we'll try all 5 positions, or all 7 positions I should say, with a little bit of light overdrive. So I'm going to kick on my Analog Man King of Tone. I've got this on a low gain setting. So start with the bridge in humbucker mode, and then we'll split it to a single coil. Now the bridge pickup in single coil mode with the coil split engaged. Move now to position 2, so we've got the bridge single coil mode and the middle pickup. the same pickup position but with the coil split disabled, so we're back now with the humbucker and the middle single coil. Just the middle single coil on its own now. Move to position 4 now, which is the middle and the neck pickup. Finally, just the neck pickup on its own. So far so good. These pickups take a little bit of light overdrive very well too. The fact it's got a bridge humbucker is great because you can get those kind of Texas blues single coil neck tones with all the in-between Hendrixy kind of things, and then if you want to play some rock stuff, kick it to that bridge pickup, humbucker mode, and you're away with some big kind of rock riffs. So now I think we should see if these pickups can handle a little bit more gain again. So I'm going to kick on the high gain side of my Analog Man King of Tone now. This isn't super saturated gain, this is more pushing us into sort of heavy classic rock territory. So we'll start once again with the bridge pickup in humbucker mode. Now let's see how the split humbucker handles high gain. So I've now split this down to a single coil again. Now we'll go to position 2 with the single coil still engaged. So we've got single coil bridge pickup and single coil middle pickup. Now on to just the middle pickup with the high gain. Position 4 now, so that's the middle and the neck together. Finally, the neck pickup in high gain mode. So there you go guys, there is the Vintage 25th anniversary V6H SVB. The SVB, like I said at the start, stands for Silverburst. This is an awesome guitar, and like I said, it's very, very reasonably priced. All three models in the 25th anniversary range all fall between £400 and £450 depending on which model, and they're all in this really cool Silverburst as well. I've wanted to play a Silverburst guitar for a while, and the fact that three of them have shown up for a demo at the same time is pretty cool. And I also forgot to say, it comes with this cool certificate of authenticity. So this is a certificate that shows you what the model number is. It's signed by the managing director of JHS, who are the distributor in the UK, just to certify that this is your 25th anniversary Silverburst guitar, that it's been set up by their pro team, and that it's super limited edition. So yeah, pretty cool, nice addition there to keep in the case. I think these are going to potentially turn into some quite cool collector's items one day as well. Aside from the fact that they're awesome guitars to play, I think they're going to be a nice addition to anyone's collection. But like I said at the start, there's only 100 of each guitar. So there's 100 of this, and there's 100 of each of the other two back there, which there's also follow-up videos on my channel for. So keep a watch out for those. You're going to have to be quick if you want one of these. They're great guitars for the money, and yeah, this is a definite winner in my books. It's, even though it's got that collector's kind of vibe because it's limited edition, it feels like a gigging guitar. You've got that big fat neck, heavy body, the nice bright pickups, the coil split, which adds so much versatility. The vintage trem is cool if you set that up properly. I'm having a little bit of trouble keeping this in tune, but only because it's got a floating bridge and a set of nines on it, and I'm not someone who gets on very well with nines. I find that I'm too heavy-handed to play with nines properly. I hit the guitar a bit too hard to do 9-gauge strings any justice, and coupled with a floating bridge, it doesn't really work too well to my strengths. Usually on these type of guitars, I bolt that thing right down and put a set of 10s on it, but I'm working with what I got and I like it. It's a great guitar, and I think, yeah, if you go check one of these out, I think you'll be very, very surprised. Vintage 25th anniversary V6H. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know down below in the comments what you guys thought of this really cool guitar. Where do you stand on Silverburst guitars? I think Silverbursts look awesome, and I'd love to have a Silverburst in my collection full time. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you've got one of these or you're on the waiting list for one, I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. These are very nice guitars, and I think they're going to be very, very collectible. They're very special instruments. Like I said, 100 of each one, so it's pretty cool. If you own one, it's a very exclusive club, so if you want one, you got to act very, very fast. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please scroll down and hit that like button and that subscribe button, because your subscriptions really help me to keep on growing this channel and creating all this content for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.